You're watching KHQA Overtime with Chris Duerr, working for you.
And this is Saturday, May the 4th, and you have indeed entered overtime, gleefully home to a much more active docket of action this week relative to last. That includes a marquee softball showdown between Quincy Notre Dame and Pleasant Hill we've been waiting all spring to see, but as ever, the postseason puzzle takes first priority around here, as this was district track and field weekend in the Show Me State for all of the small and mid-sized schools. And while some of our Northeast Missouri friends were dealt some ridiculously lengthy early round road trips in quest to begin the process of punching a ticket to Jefferson City, we did benefit from a complex taking place right in our own backyard at Titletown, Monroe City. What a day it would be for the Highland girls, and we're going to jumpstart you there in the pole vault with this young lady, Addie Abel, setting the tone for Highland's big day. She would finish second in the event, clearing 2.6 meters. Your district champion in this event would be Ava McKay from Clark County. She would go 2.75 meters to grab the win there. No surprise in this right here, it's Jordan Pedersen from Louisiana. You knew she was going to make her way to the sectional. She did exactly that in the high jump, a second place finish of 1.57 meters there. Boys triple jump, Monroe City's Waylon DeGrave, who would go on to win the long jump today, finished second here, finished with a jump of 12.73 meters. Not pictured here, Wyatt DeGrave, who also finished third there. The brothers doing some work, senior and freshman, showing out today. Boys javelin, the big story of the week, one we're going to talk about a little later next week. This guy, Gabe Bowen, who is a state title contender, wins with a PR throw of 50.56 meters. Louisiana's Wyatt Martin second in this one. He threw 42.76 meters. Here's the girls' javelin. Bailey Christ, we talked about her earlier this week, finished third, 33.83 meters. Van Fars McKenna and Hoffman was your first place winner in that event, 35.09. Boys 110-meter hurdles, fourth heat, Clark County's Cade Wilson in a time of 17.51. That was good for second behind Mark Twain's Mason Delaporte today, who ran a time of 17.07. So obviously the hurdles getting some points for Clark County, who was the favorite coming in. Looked every bit of it there. Girls side, Monroe City's Audrey Youngblood took a fall on the last hurdle. She looked like she was going to run away with this. That cleared the way for Cameron Mitchell of South Shelby to take first in a time of 17.27. That was unfortunate, but Audrey Youngblood would bounce back in the 300-meter hurdles and get the win there, so good for her. Amaris Melvin of Mark Twain third in that event. Boys 100-meter, no surprise there. Middle of your screen, Caden Hamner from Clark County, future Missouri Tiger, 10.88. He was absolutely flying today. Van Fars Gavin Gaston third at 11.49 in that one. Girls, Quinn Hamlin of Scotland County. We haven't seen her yet. She is worth the price of admission. 13.12 for the win. Ella Moss second from Mark Twain, 13.32. Karishma Clark right there. Karishma Clark, I should say, third, 13.35. She was ranked 8th coming in. Boys 4x2, exciting race. Clark County, South Shelby, well ahead. Here comes Louisiana, because on the anchor leg, they got this guy, DeMarco Green, and he is a weapon par excellence in this one. He is going to get the win down the backstretch. Louisiana, 132.86. Clark in second, 133.37. South Shelby third. Super fast race, 133.52. Girls 4x1. Well, we had handoff stuff going on, and Ella Moss right here trying to hold off Louisiana in this one. Mark Twain has been super fast this season. They would be tested by both Louisiana and your eventual team champion Highland in this one, but it would be Mark Twain getting the win. 51.85, good time there for them. Louisiana 52.24, Highland 52.69 for third place. All right, how about the boys 4x1? You knew Clark County with Caden Hamner in this one was going to be a favorite. So too Louisiana. We got a showdown in this one, and it was a good one. Caden Hamner, though, not going to be caught even by DeMarco Green in this one. Good win for Clark County, as they would be your eventual team champs. More on that in a second. How about some more from Caden Hamner? He's fun to watch. His best event, we haven't even gotten to that yet. We do now. Boys 400 meter, just dusted the field. Wyatt Martin's really good. Ran a time of 53 flat. Charlie Evans not so bad either from Highland, 53.03. Caden Hamner, just your defending state champion, looked every bit of it today, running a 49.25 to get the job done. He's really good in that event. On the girls' side, we have a similar state title contender that nobody's talking enough about, and that would be Chevy Sharp. She is going to hold off Jordan Pedersen of Louisiana. Also, very, very viable state podium threat there. Chevy Sharp in a time of 59.62 gets the job done for her squad. Jordan Pedersen does finish second in this one, 101.64. Callie McWilliams from South Shelby, don't forget her, 101.67 on that side of things. Boys 300-meter hurdles. We had that going as well as Alex Desirwa is going to run away to a district title. Fellow Bulldog Ethan Harrison finished third in that one as well. All right, let's take a look at the team scores today. The Monroe City Fun, plenty of fun to be had, but as I mentioned, we'll give you those team scores now. We'll start off in this one on the boys' side with Clark County running away from the field. South Shelby a nice showing, Louisiana a very nice showing, but man, does Clark County look going into the sectional next week very much like a team that could contend for a state championship. Monroe City, Mark Twain in the top 7 there as well. Clark County, South Shelby going as teams. Good stuff for them as well. On the girls' side, Highland barely gets the job done, but barely is still a district title for the Lady Cougars. South Shelby comes in second by a mere, a point and a little bit more than that. That one, Monroe City third, Mark Twain fourth, Louisiana fifth. That's how good Northeast Missouri girls track and field is this season. Very tight pack there, which speaks volumes about where we're at. All right, let's move it over to the Chillicothe scores today. Class 3, I told you, Palmyra, Bowling Green, they all had to make a very long road trip in this one. On the boys' side, yeah, tough day for Bowling Green, your defending state champions. They ended up finishing in a loaded field fourth. The Palmyra boys, by the way, finished fifth. But Bowling Green is led by your defending state triple jump champion, Blaine Bryant, who wins that. He also wins the long jump going away today. And that Bowling Green 4x2 showed out as well. Carson Hicks from Palmyra with a district title in the high jump, clearing 1.98 meters as well. His twin sister, Chloe, ends up finishing second in the high jump as we look at the girls' results there. The Centralia girls, by the way, your district titleist at Chillicothe. Not really a surprise. They've been good, and they cover a lot of really good events. Great balance there, but we do have some Palmyra girls moving on as individuals there as they end up finishing fourth overall. No surprise, your defending state champion in both the shot and the disc, Kendra King, clears everyone there. Haley Kreger, who has also been phenomenal in the javelin this year, she looks really good. New school record, I believe, for the 4x1 from Palmyra. Elena Lohman gets a share of that pole vault championship, which I believe was split today with Amaya Brown from Macon. Also today, Chloe Hicks, as I mentioned, second place in the high jump there. Some other scores we wanted to pass along from last night, late arriving on the Illinois side of things. Western Big Six girls, Quincy High School ends up with a couple of first place finishes. They end up with a win in the 4x8 and a win in the mile from Olivia Shearing. Also, Olivia Shearing also finished second in the 800 meter along with Amick McClelland, who finished third in that event. That's where a bulk of the points came in for the Blue Devils in this one. Kiana Shoffley as well. Third place finish in the 2 mile, and Lily Hayes showing out in the discus as well. Can also tell you that we did not get final results, or at least team results, to place things into perspective, but I can tell you that the Macomb girls in the Prairie Land Conference meet last night won the thing. The Illini West girls ended up finishing fourth there. The Illini West boys take second place. We did have titles individually there, not surprisingly, by a couple of names that you know and love. Ian Bensinger wins both the 100 and 200 meter, which is no surprise given how fast he's been this season. But I also need to shout out in the shot put our guy Nick Hulls, who won that with a throw of 12.87 meters. Those were the titles for Illini West last night. And when we come back to overtime, as promised, Pleasant Hill v. Q&D on the softball diamond. We had extra innings and we had drama. That's next.
You're watching KHQA Overtime with Chris Duerr, working for you.
And welcome back to Overtime, true believers. What a 48 hours it has been for Quincy High Blue Devil girls soccer. Last night, big win over Q&D. Today, Western Big Six title clinched thanks to a win over United Township. Bree Leonard with a pair of goals in that contest. All right, as promised, Q&D versus P Hill. Marquee matchup of pitchers in this one. Caitlin Bunty, K's Ava Wombles. Not easy to do to open the proceedings. How about McKinley Lowe? Being McKinley Lowe today, unhittable early with her arsenal fully working in this one. And yeah, the rise ball was just nasty for everyone to deal with on this day. Not really a surprise. Top of the third, we finally got a hit. It comes right here from Miss Daniels. First hit for either team. Good piece of hitting as she flares a pitching wedge into short center field. That's just the table, though, for the freshman Caitlin Barrowman, kind of the hero of this day. RBI double, and all of a sudden the Wolves have a 1-0 lead, and McKinley Lowe in the circle, and that's a dangerous place to be if you're Quincy Notre Dame. By the way, Miss Lowe out of her hitting slump, really good today. A couple of hits on a tear at the plate and at the circle. She had some defense behind her as well. Check out Emma Henderson with the nifty grab to take away extra bases at that point. Pick it up bottom of the fourth. It's Alyssa Lee getting the single to break up the no-no at that point. Bottom of the fifth, Morgan Winking trying to get the offense working for her team. Still down 1-0. Little slapper falls in at that point, but it would be in the bottom of the sixth. Q&D would equalize. Alyssa Lee, the RBI double, ties us at 1 apiece in this one. Top of the seventh, we go to the tiebreaker, the international tiebreaker. Runner starts the inning at second. How about Caitlin Barrowman again? The sac fly is going to make it 2-1 in favor of Pleasant Hill. Pressure firmly on Q&D. Morgan Winking, though, with the pitching wedge, forces home another inning and another run right there as she gets that to fall in. We're tied up at 2 apiece. Bottom of the eighth, Miss Winchell with the nifty bunt right there. That is going to set runners up and in motion in this one. How about this? Great throw to third, but the runner is safe at that point. Controversial call. I looked at it again in slow-mo. Looked like they got it right at third base. That sets up Maddie Sidwell with the bases loaded 3-run double. Are you kidding me? Miss Sidwell showing out in this contest. Pleasant Hill girls super fired up in this one. Weird play coming up right here. Pleasant Hill looking to close things out. They have 1 out, trying to get a second right here. The ball would bounce off of Hannah Hill directly to second base. Hannah is not only overjoyed, very thankful and very huggy at that point. Unexpected assist for her. Even McKinley Lowe like that. So, you know what? McKinley's going to do her thing to end this thing. Her 19th and final strikeout of the game. Pleasant Hill does it again to Q&D, winning today 5-2 in extra innings. Earlier in the day, West Central of Biggsville taking on Pittsfield. That means a look, at least on the diamond, of future Western Illinois basketball player. Yeah, Shelby Bowman, who led the state in scoring. She can score some RBIs right there as well. It's 2-0 Heat at this point. Emma Wombles, though, settled in after giving up the 2 early runs. Struck out the side in the first. Had some good stuff working, and then a chance to watch our favorite leadoff hitter in the Tri-States. Yeah, Rebecca Newpower, faster than everyone. Sets things up nicely for what would look like a big inning. Grace Henry hits a rocket right there, but great play out in center field to take away extra bases and RBI from her. Then this young lady, Lauren Winter, with the single, makes it 4-0 in favor of Biggsville West Central. 4-2 in that one as well. How about between Pleasant Hill and West Hancock? Yeah, Miss Henderson doing her thing right here. Oh, no, she's not. Jaden Houston is there with a nifty grab at shortstop. Great defense from her. 4-1. More Maddie Sidwell, I should say. Maddie with a nifty double right there. She would not score at that point, but it didn't matter because Ava Wombles was pitching very well as well today. She had 14 strikeouts. So that's 33 strikeouts combined in 2 games for the Pleasant Hill pitchers today. They win again. 4-1 your final in that contest. Also on the cluster, West Central a big winner over Q&D, 8-0. Quincy High School with a pair of huge wins on the road over Granite City that will have postseason seeding implications. Man, they jump all over Granite City, 11-4 in the first game. Again, Ariana doing her thing. She hit another couple of home runs. Go ahead and advance that scoreboard if you would, good sir. Thank you. Ariana Adorno, 2 home runs today, 5 ribbies. You saw her hit the home run off the light pole on Friday. Gets the job done. And then the second game, 19 runs from Quincy High as they do it yet again. This time, Miss Lubeck with the home run as well. 19-14, your final in that one. Did have some baseball today. Highland taking on Palmyra in the Palmyra Scramble. 9 a.m. start in this one. You know what? Palmyra they got morning people on this roster, apparently. First batter of the game in this one, Brian Horstmeyer. He's going to show off the hustle right there, legging out a single. Slow roller. He's got some speed and some quickness. And you know what? Later in the frame, just a few minutes later, the Panthers would score 2 on a fielder's choice and an error by Highland. So it's 2-0 at this point, which brings us to Colby Jones. Colby Jones, the sophomore, never has hit a home run at a varsity level. And you know what? This is a weird home run, but the fence is going to help it. And you know what? Colby could not have been more excited. He got the game ball out of this thing. He got a 5-0 lead out of this one. That's a good way to hit a home run. Not only that, he was properly celebrated, not once, but twice for his homer. You got to like to see that. No silent treatment for Colby. He's going to get, the showering of affection, if you will. Anthony Walter behind the plate for Highland, going to snuff out any further damage in the first inning thanks to this nifty throw down to second to get the attempted base stealer. But the fun in this one for Highland was very short-lived. Rayson Miller on the hill, throwing very effectively with a strikeout to keep Highland silent all day long. Would help his own cause coming up right here with a 2-run jack. This thing was absolutely pulverized. Needed no fence help in this one. Man has certainly gotten himself into the weight room. Clearly evident of that. And then Ty Haskins is going to add to the fun in this one. A lot of fun for the Palmyra offense as they pounded out 16 runs today at the expense of the Highland Cougars in this one. Mr. Haskins, a nifty piece of hitting. Going to use the RBI single to extend the lead. I believe at this point it was 9-0, ends up a 16-0 game. Palmyra not only gets that win today, they beat Marceline 12-2 as well to extend the fun in that one. Hannibal today on the road at Herman. Oh, by the way, Marceline, as you see right there, losing to Palmyra. Hannibal wins the first game at Capital City's expense, 1-0. Colton Dryden with a complete game 3-hitter and the shutout in that contest. Also today, what a day for the Southeastern Suns in Kinderhook, taking down Western. Huge monster day at the plate from Owen Rigg. He was 5 for 5, perfect there with a home run, a couple of ribbies in the victory there. Q&D boys fall to Illini West. The Chargers pick up their 20th win of the season. Nick Bruns with an absolute gem on the bump for the Chargers in that one. Macomb today falls in hard luck fashion in 8 innings to Brimfield, despite the pitching wizardry of Langdon Lambert, who went the complete distance all 8 innings and struck out 6 in that one. Deserved a little better offensive support. New Berlin jumps all over Beardstown today, 16-4. Quincy High School sweeps a pair over Alleman today as well. 9-4 in the first game. Nate Conrad with a home run in that one. The second game sees Quincy High School win 10-7 as well. So good day for the Blue Devils. Also a good day in golf on their home track for Central Lee. The Hawks get the job done today, led by Mylan Lowenberg, who fires a round of 73 on the home track. Fort Madison, a 3rd place finish there. And we'll have more overtime coming your way straight after this.
You're watching KHQA Overtime with Chris Duerr, working for you.
This has been a frenzied week for college signing celebrations, with 19 of our area's finest announcing their next evolution. Quincy Notre Dame's Abigail Genenbacher, no stranger to embracing challenge. See also her late career jump into high school wrestling for the very first time against the boys. But her calling card has always been distance running. An individual regional title this fall served to validate her skills in a new way, which opened the door to a college career in both cross country, but also a new arena as well at Maryville.
Yeah, I think it was after winning regionals that I realized that I just have so much more that I want to do, and so much, I guess, potential that I haven't even been able to unlock yet, that I realized that this is something that I want to continue doing for a couple more years. Going to Maryville is going to give me the opportunity to run track, which is something that I've never been able to experience, as QND doesn't have a track team. And so having the opportunity to do that for the first time is very exciting, and I look forward to experiencing that and trying something new when I go off to college. Well, when I visited, I really like the campus, and I know a lot of people who currently go there, and they've all told me really great things about it. And it just, like, as I was there, it just felt like somewhere where I could fit in. It reminded me of QND in a lot of ways, as it's a smaller school, and I feel like that I would have the personal connections with people just like I have here, and it just being there kind of felt like another version of home. I want to major in exercise science, and Maryville has a very good exercise science program. I know a lot of people who go there who are majoring in the same thing, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, and that just, out of all the places that I visited, it seemed like the best option for me.
And let's talk some baseball today. My timing for a pop-in at Quincy University, not very good. They scored 21 runs today. I wasn't there for any of them. Didn't see Cade Ruffner strike out the side, though, in the second inning and look good doing so. In the time, he got the win today. QU got the sweep of UIS and finishes the regular season 25-25, qualifies for the GLVC tournament after the horrendous start to the season. That's pretty good stuff. Today, Western Illinois also victorious over Little Rock in the baseball diamond, winning big today and getting a grand slam in the offing to get that done from Kyrie Alexander. 11-7 was your final. By the way, need to mention today that Culver Stockton Track and Field got its first men's conference champion today. Since 2016, and our guy Drew Mallett, who won the decathlon, first place for him, blew the field away with 6,101 points on the day. Also on the women's side, in the heptathlon, the pride of Marion County, Delaney Strauss, won 2 today. She won that in first place and bounced back and won the 800 meter as well. Culver Stockton women finished 8th overall. The men finished 11th, but congratulations to Drew and to Delaney.